Halo, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, good morning, everyone. In this good chance, wherever you are watching this video today, I stand as the opening opposition to argue against the motion that exams are the best way to assess students. I believe and the opposition believes that this claim is misleading, outdated and harmful to the true purpose of education. Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of education is to help students grow intellectually, emotionally, and socially. Assessment is simply a tool to understand that growth. But when we say that exams are the best way, we are assuming that a few hours of high pressure testing can accurately represent a student's ability. And today, I will explain why that assumption is fundamental flawed. Let me start with the most obvious issue: exams test performance under pressure, not actual knowledge. A student understands the material during class discussion, group work, and homework, but on the day of the exam, anxiety strikes their handshake, their mind goes blank, and in 3 hours, their entire understanding is judged as poor. Is that fair? Is that fair? Of course not. Exams reward students who are good at memorizing and staying calm under pressure, not those who genuinely understand the concept. In other words, exam measures stress management, not learning. My second argument: exams encourage rote memorization, not meaningful learning. Students often memorize hundreds of facts, formulas, and definitions just long enough to survive the test, and the moment the exam ends, much of that information disappears. But real life doesn't work like that. Success today requires critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, communication, and problem solving. These skills cannot be accurately measured through a 2 hours written test or multiple choice questions. If exams only test memory, how can we say they are the best way to assess students? Is a word that needs much more than memorization. Next, exams are unfair to these diverse learners. Not all students learn in the same way. Some are visual learners, some are hands-on learners, some express themselves better through presentation, discussion, or creating projects. But exam treat all students as if they are the same. If a student struggles with writing but is excellent in practical work, should they be considered less capable? If a student is shy during tasks but brilliant in collaboration tasks, should they be labeled weak? Weak. The answer is clearly no. Yet, exam-centric systems consistently disadvantage these students, and a method that excludes diverse talents cannot be called the best way to assess learning. Finally, let's talk about alternatives around the world. Modern education systems are a combination of project-based assessments, portfolios, presentations, practical demonstrations, class participation, continuous evaluation, and real-world problem-solving tasks. These methods do something exams never can. They capture growth over time, not just performance in one moment. They show how students think, how they work with others, how they apply knowledge, and how they improve gradually. If we already have richer and more accurate ways to assess students, why should we settle for exam as the best? So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the truth. Exams may have a role in education, but they are far from perfect. They measure pressure, not understanding. They encourage memorization, not skills. They disadvantage many learners. And we already have better alternatives available. Therefore, the opening opposition stands strongly against the claim that exams are the best way to assess students. We believe in a more holistic, fair, and meaningful approach to education, one that reflects real abilities, real learning, and real growth. Real abilities, real learning, and real growth. Like that. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Syukron Nii'Am. I do apologize and have any mistakes. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much for your nice attention. I'm Nii'Am. I'm shining out. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you next time.